Dudik's efforts to defeat President Trump seem far from finished. Now, he's at the New York Times.
I target his businesses, his dumb of his son, Donald Jr. and Eric. So they're running Trump, like the Trump business. Target that. Get people to boycott going to his hotels. Boycott. So a lot of the Trump brand is the thing. If you can ruin the Trump brand, and you put pressure on his business, and you start investigating his business, and you start shutting it down, whether hacking or other things, he cares about his business more than he cares about being president.
Right.
He would resign. Or he'd lash out and do something incredibly illegal, which she would have to.
Just recently out of direct politics, Dudik's talents are now shaping, maybe even distorting, political coverage at the Old Gray Lady.
So as the gatekeeper for like videos on the New York Times, do you get to like make sure that you like can make sure your message is heard?
Yeah.
Dudik also told us of a connection to the notorious extremist group Antifa.
Yeah, I used to be an Antifa punk once upon a time.
Did you?
I used to go after Nazi punks, yeah. I have punched neo-Nazis, many of them.
Nice.
Actually, that is from a neo-Nazi's tooth.
Very good.
Yes.
Good.
In very rare cases, we will try to make up for the fact that something isn't in the trending tab.
Okay.
It's very rare.
Okay.
But in those cases, then we will like use some human intervention to make sure that like to encourage the thing to be there, basically.
So common.
Yeah.
What about the algorithms? Can you do something with that to say less of that?
Realistically, like that's what that news carousel kind of does. So like, it's above the search results. So at the very least, we can say that like this shelf of videos from news partners is legitimate news because we know that these are legitimate news organizations. And if at that point somebody decides they're going to scroll past that and go find Alex Jones, well, they were looking for him to begin with anyway.
Illegitimate news. What does that even mean? Who decides what is legitimate and what is illegitimate? Why do they have the power to make someone legitimate or illegitimate just because they don't like them? Is that really the environment, the news environment that we want to live in? You know, George Orwell wrote a book called 1984, and in that book, he said the party told everyone to reject the evidence of their eyes and ears. It was their final, most essential command. We finally have irrefutable proof that this type of thing is happening. It's happening on platforms that have almost universal control over the information we have access to. And honestly, it's worrisome. Stay tuned.
You give them the news, and then you see where the pieces fall. You see what people are interested in, and people are interested in politics. And a lot of the readers, like, you know, some of them are liberal. A lot of them are liberal. So I think what they want to know is they want to know about Trump, and they want to be informed. So when the next go-round happens, they feel they're sufficiently informed to either vote one way or the other.
Isn't that just feeding the monster what he wants to eat rather than giving him...
No, but what else are you supposed to do?
Shu seems resigned to this new reality at the New York Times. It appears that money is just too important for those pulling the strings.
90% of your stuff is Trump, man.
It is. And trust me, you're not the only one that said that. And a lot of us feel that same.
I think it's too much. Hate Trump.
I do think a lot of it's too much.
I mean,
However, there's layers of people like I'm here, and then I have about 3 layers above me of people whose opinion matters more than mine.
what do you mean?
Like the editors last night. So when you have a very high-ranking editor tell you that this is what it's going to be, there's not much. One of the things that maybe journalists were thinking about is like, oh, if we write about him, about how it's like insanely crazy he is and ludicrous his policies are, then maybe people will read it and be like, oh wow, like we should vote for him.
People I work with are pissed. They're like, this is bullshit. They hate Trump. Everybody hates Trump. They're like, Trump.
So everybody in the office is saying Trump.
Trump. Yeah, they all hate him.
Have you met anybody in the office who's like,
No. Every person I work with, they're like, I can't believe it.
Why is that though?
One guy I know, he quit his job, moved to Canada.
You're in the office all the time, so you get to like see it
Yeah,
firsthand.
hearsay. It's all hearsay. And they're like, grab that hearsay and let's put it out there.
The New York Times isn't the only vaunted media institution that came under our investigative magnifying glass. In fact, we have people all throughout the country inside many different media establishments, and we're going to expose them one by one, brick by brick, employee by employee.